What's going on, guys? Today I'm gonna do a little toolbox tour type thing. I have two boxes, one in the basement, one in the back of my truck. The one in the back of my truck, everywhere I go, everybody asks me, "Yo, that thing is dope as hell. Where'd you get it?" Joe Box. But again, I'll plug that when I go outside. It's dark outside now, but I'm gonna bring a couple lights out there with me. But yeah, so a couple people ask me like what tools I use and whatnot. I really, when I had money to spend before the house, snap on everything. But listen, if it gets it done, it gets it done. The majority of the tools I use on a regular, snap on. But I got Pittsburgh, Husky, Snap-on, Matco, Mac, and we'll see. Let's see what's going on over there. Obviously, that's the box. Like I said in one of my first videos, I had a Snap-on box in the house that was just collecting dust. When I went to build the car, I needed some cash, sold the box, took all that stuff, put all that stuff in this box, which is a box I got right out of tech school, and it's a Craftsman box. Served me well. It's one of the, I think they're Pro Series boxes. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But yeah, so let's go through that and see what it is. All right. Well, here's the box. Top of the box is a disaster. I've been looking for a place to put these things. They're just T-bar Allen wrenches, metric and standard. That's probably too loud, right? But I really don't have anywhere to put it. This has kind of just been collecting junk, which is why I used to keep it closed all the time. And the only thing that lived up here was my 1/2-inch breaker bar, right? And my torque wrench, which happens to be a Snap-on. The breaker bar is Pittsburgh. My Snap-on breaker bar is actually in my service truck, which is not my pickup truck, which most people think that it is, but it's not. But I have that, and I have my Snap-on torque wrench. I'm not a fan of the digital ones. That's just me. Blah blah, you know, whatever. I'm not gonna go through every drawer. I'm just gonna go through the ones that have pertinent things, and I got a couple things that I don't want to show people, but we'll start at the top. Like I said, so the top, I've got this fairing off my CB919 carbon fairing. I have some brake clean, a little oiler, which I was pretty stoked about. I picked that up at a tag sale up here, which is pretty cool. This is a quick disconnect for power, right? So I plan on putting this in the car at some point, so when I'm on track I can just hit the power off if anything were to happen. I'll put that away. I just don't have anywhere to put it. This box does lock, but I just keep it. Keys are there. Like I said, brake clean. My T-bars. I actually happen to like this set. This is a Pittsburgh set, but I like the fact that it comes with the stand. I used to keep them all on a pegboard, and that gets kind of old. But yeah, so over here, fire extinguisher, because the garage is right there, so if I need it. I got one in the car, but I also have one here. This little thing, it was just a little cubby to put stuff in, but then I built this and it kind of just hinders the use of that. I keep the drills up here, one drill, one impact, little impact, you know, cordless impact driver. Pry bars stay up here, so I've got two sets. This one is the Snap-on set, full sets. I keep a tape up here, tape measure that is. The other battery's charging, so it would sit right here perfectly, but whatever. This set is a Pittsburgh set that I picked up in a pinch. I needed it. I didn't have mine on me. Tape measure, markers, and pencils. Pencils, very important. T-square, Pittsburgh T-square, Pittsburgh ply plywood cutter if you want to cut straight lines on sheets. Great thing. I keep the jack stands right here. What the hell is this? Oh, that was off my my dryer, but I already had one. I got a come along over there. Don't ask me what I use that for. I don't even know. But in the yard, it might come in useful. Over here, I think I touched on it before. I built this thing, and it's for all these little organizers. And this one's got a bunch of. This is really for house things. But this one's got a bunch of screws. I got like drywall screws, peanut screws, more drywall screws, wood screws, a bunch of different kinds of wood screws. Because we do try and build stuff if we can. And then these are just nuts and bolts. This is metric, standard. They aren't labeled just because it's mine. I know what it is. This stuff is just all random nuts and bolts I got off of the Subaru. Either hers or mine. I got little boost lines and a bunch of crap. This was just rolling around somewhere. These are suspension bolts. These are I believe those are end-link bolts. So, and then this is just a bunch of other hardware. Judge me, whatever. More house stuff. I bought this one because I liked it. If I can get it out of here, because I liked it. Whatever. But it don't fucking fit. I was really pissed. And this one does not have any more space than these, and it's bullshit. But whatever. So I gotta replace that one. But getting into it, yeah. So the top is like shit I don't really use too much. But we'll go through it. Top, right hand junk drawer, like every other guy, right? So I got little splitters, duct tape, electrical tape, massive amounts of electrical tape. Oh, little reg sticker scraper, picture hangers because we own a house now. Here are the original white line thin links. Unfortunately, this was the one of them snapped, right? So, but I got another pair. They were super cool with it. No issues. Stock blow-off valve because I don't know why. And that doesn't look very good, does it? Don't know where that came from. Stock exhaust gaskets because you can never have too many, right? Not that they fit anything else, but whatever. Oh, that's gotta go on top. Oh, just a quick little side note. Subarus, these are all patches. These are all Velcroed on, right? Except for the stickers, obviously. But 9/11, that hits home pretty good. You know, I was young, but I did live in that city, so. Anyway, I got police supportive things all over my car, the truck, toolbox, everything. My dad's was a police officer. My uncle was a police officer. I support all law enforcement. My best friend is FD. You know, all emergency service. I give you guys big thumbs up. I appreciate everything you guys do. But all the other stuff like Snap-on, like thin blue line, thin red line, FD, PD. I'm Chinese and Puerto Rican, if most of you guys didn't know that probably. But what else is here? Okay, so this one, another junk drawer. I got some Sawzall blades, 2-part epoxy, because that's always good. Extra cutoff wheels, sander wheels. This was for a battery tender that I do not have anymore, but you know, whatever. Some L brackets, little box. What's this? Some gloves. These are clean. This was a wiring harness for the front end of my pickup truck, the Silverado. This controls I believe this controls the fog lights, and they did not have something. Oh, I had to get a new driver's side fog light, and I had to splice the connector because they don't sell the connector separately. So I had to buy the whole harness and then splice the connector in. So that was interesting. These are some tire plugs. Got a plug kit under there. These, I believe, are plasma and welding tips for my plasma and welder. These are the plasma hypertherm tips, and these are welding tips, and a new welding tip for the gun. And my welder and stuff are behind that thing over there. I have to fix it. It's a little old, but whatever. This one is just hose clamps. Here's the tender part of it, so that goes with that. Crimp kit, not a crimp kit, what I'm an idiot. Rivet kit, that's coming pretty handy. Drill bits, all the drill accessories. You know, you can't ever have too many drill bits. This set's incomplete, but whatever. I have this one random 1.5-inch paddle bit that I don't know where that came from. Nut drivers, extensions. Can't ever have too many assorted, right? And then the best was you can never have too many Phillips heads, because yeah. This thing came in pretty handy. I don't remember what I bought this for, but oh, this thing is awesome for tight spots, like up in, if you guys, I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but like I was trying to do something with this vent over here. I had to change where this vent was, so I reran all this crap, and like to get to these screws, what the fuck is that? To get to these screws over here, I had to use this little guy, which is awesome because it turns 90 degrees because there's a little gear set in there. This thing's great. But yeah, that. This one's empty. This one's got a bunch of socket trays that I don't use. My multimeter, stud finders, test light, extra leads. Oh no, these aren't the extra ones. The extra ones are in the truck because I use them for the other multimeter. Sanding stuff for my orbital sander. I don't know what the fuck that was. Orbital sander, and then one of the other sanders I have. The top one has a bunch of, oh, these are just my, like all the instructions on how to use all the tools and stuff. Alright, what else? Wrenches, god damn it, ratchets. So I got a bunch of different kinds. So Pittsburgh, Snap-on, Matco, Snap-on. Listen, I told you guys, I don't care as long as they work good. I happen to like this one. This is a Pittsburgh one. It's long, flex head, 3/8 drive though. So that stays in here. These things are the best things you can ever buy, I think, in my opinion. These are great for tight little spots, right? These things, they attach to the ratchets, right? And then you can turn the socket with your finger without slipping. If your hand's all greasy or anything like that, these things are great. I love these. So you can turn them on or off this way, and they're just little adapters. So, yeah. Blue Point makes those. Snap-on, Blue Point, same thing. Torque sticks, I think I've used them 4 times. I bought them, don't ask me why. Oh, a little adapter for there, whatever. The top here has my sockets, and like I said, guys, I have doubles, triples, quadruplets of things. So if this looks kind of bare, I know, deal with it. Snap-on, Snap-on, Snap-on. These are little 1/4 inch guys. awesome with this little 1/4 inch. Okay, love this thing. This is great for tight little spaces. I've got a set of E-Torx, which Subaru, right? Case half studs, E-Torx. Just regular deep and shallow sockets. These happen to be Harbor Freight. My Snap-on set is in the truck because I use it very often. This one, right? I bought this right out of tech school. These are awesome. This is lug nut sockets that are 4 sockets in one. Right? These are awesome. These are just the most common sizes, and I don't even know if it fits the Subaru, but I don't use it. So there goes that. Right? Torx bits, or Torx bits, whatever. This thing is weird. It's a Husky, fucking weird ass ratchet that has a hole through the middle of it. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it's got a hole through the middle of it so that you can like ratchet studs and stuff off. Alright, so if I put this on here and there's a stud sticking out of somewhere, you can take that nut off. That's great, except for the fact that most of the time when there's a stud sticking out somewhere, I don't have enough room to do that. That's just me though. Good idea. I've never used it. I've used it. That's a lie. I've used it 2 or 3 times, but I'll keep it there. No issue. This is my favorite set of everything. This is the slim. Snap-on makes this slim ratchet with super shallow sockets, 3/8 drive. Right? Look at that. For some tight spots, talk about tight spots, right? Look at that compared to regular Snap-on, right? That's almost the same size with the socket on it as the regular ratchet, no socket, just the drive, right? So that's a Snap-on. Here's your Matco, same thing, right? Pittsburgh. That's not terrible, but still, with the socket on it, right? With a socket on it, look how much different that is. And I guess, okay, yes, that's not fair. It's not the right size socket. What size is this? 1/4 inch? I don't have a 1/4 inch. I have 5/16, right? And this is a 5/16 over here. Tell me which one's gonna fit. Yeah, so that's pretty awesome. This thing saved me a bunch of times, actually, with the Subaru motor, because everything you work off the sides of it, essentially, right? Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. So Snap-on makes this. This is your part number, RAF80, if you guys are interested in it. The only thing is, if you're trying to apply a lot of torque to this thing, right? This handle, since it's so thin, it doesn't feel the best. But like I said, it's still one of my favorites. So that's that. What's in here? Oh, pliers, vice grips, lineman pliers, snap ring pliers, wire cutters that I don't know why the wire brushes are in here, but I know where they are. Oh, oil ring, oil filter wrench, plier, I should say. Random wrenches, right? This is like a 14, I think, that doesn't belong in here, which goes in here. So, yeah, next drawer, my wrenches, Snap-on, or Blue Point, I should say, flex head, right? Gear wrench, forward and reverse, which is awesome for the tight spots. Also, so you don't have to flip them over and you can get them in like weird spots. I live by these in the house at least. Pittsburgh stubbies, super stubbies. Gear wrench also, or I should say ratcheting wrench, because they're not gear wrench brand. Whatever, sue me. This is a set of commonly used, super long ratcheting and not open end wrenches. So I keep those in here. And then I have regular combination wrenches. Oh look, I got a set of Stanleys, probably old as shit. I've got double open-ended. I've got these guys. These are all of these. This side is, oh no, I lied. This is a mixture of shit. Whatever. But I love these things. I leave these in the case because I know what sizes they are. 10, 13, 15, 17. Awesome. And you can apply a lot of torque on these guys, and they're super thin for little stuff, right? So if I grab the 10, right, even that, oh no, if I grab the 10, that side's super fat comparatively. This is the same size, but whatever, if I needed more grip on it or something, right? So that lives in there. These wrenches, this, I don't even know where I got this. Obviously this was an electrician's because it's dipped in rubber, so they don't get electrocuted. Nice. What's in here? Casters for that. This. What's in here? Screwdrivers. Set of Snap-on regular screwdrivers. I got some stubbies, extra stubbies. Pop clip remover, awesome. Right, but I got, you know, Pittsburgh. I got DeWalt or Stanley. This is just pretty much anything with a handle. This is a Stanley. This is old. I stole this from my mom, I think. Another stubby here. Set of super small picks, awesome. Chisels are in here, files are in here. Got a couple different files. Super small, like, you know, Phillips and flathead. And then the best flathead I've ever gotten. So small. Check that out. I don't even know if you guys can see that. That's a flathead screwdriver for micro adjustments on, I don't know, whatever you would need a micro adjustment on. So that lives in there. What's in this guy? Oh, a bunch of just random shit. Third brake light, F1 brake light, rear switches for my windows, Escort, box, access port box. Yeah, garbage. What's in here? Oh, my nailers. Porter cable. Porter cable makes great stuff. I haven't had any problems with these guys. I love them. They came, I bought it with a set with that compressor over there. Awesome. That's a little 6-gal pancake compressor. Never runs out of air for what I need it for. I also have a little 30-gallon over there. What else we got in here? I know we got an extractor set, Blue Point, Snap-on, same shit. Again, little extractor set. This thing has saved me so many freaking times. It is unreal. But got all the pieces for that. And if you didn't know, Rigid makes the drill bits for these guys. So yeah. And then I've got an impact driver set, right, for your brake jobs and whatnot, or anything that you need an impact driver for. That one's a little beat up, huh? If only I had these a long time ago. Not these, that. Trim remover. You know, plastic trim remover, non-marring. I really don't use these that much on my car because I don't really have any trim. So and not even on Amy's car because we don't really do much with it trim wise, but that lives in here with that guy. Oh, nailers, stapler, and then I got the nails and staples behind it. What's in here? Hammers, little hacksaw that I cut something off of my, I don't remember what I cut off. I don't remember what it was. Oh, so I have the little Fumoto valve on the drain plug, right? And when I did the external wastegate headers, I couldn't open the valve, so I had to take this little hacksaw and fucking move it about that much every time to cut the little tab off the valve. It happens. Full length hacksaw, extra sprocket for my 919. I think this is the OE sprocket. Yeah, this was the OE sprocket because I downed one in the rear. It's a 15 tooth, I think. This is an engine cover for it, brand new, because I think I rubbed up against something that was pissing me off when I first got it. So bought an engine cover and never put it on, wrecked the bike. So there that goes. Anyone needs a 919 left side engine cover, you got it. It's right here, brand new. Here's your part number. Hold on, I'll get you a part number. That one. If anybody needs that, let me know. I'll sell it to you cheap. And then here's the book for it. And I believe, yep. I believe my dyno sheets are in here. There you go. That bike made 100 horsepower and 70 foot-pounds of torque. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. It was almost a liter. Down here is all the DeWalt stuff, you know, impact, Sawzall, all the cordless stuff lives in here for the most part. With the same battery, that 20 volt lithium. Orbital sander, regular sander. I'm not a fan of these. Alright, so this is just a regular grinder, but it's not corded, and I really don't like these because these spin at only about 7,000 RPM. When your corded grinders spin at about, you can get them, if you pay, to spin about 14,000 if you pay for the expensive ones. The one in my service truck spins that fast, and this thing's garbage comparatively, but it works for stuff around the house. Sawzall is awesome. So that's all the homeowner stuff. I don't even know if you can see in there. My Snap-on stuff is in here. So Big Bertha, right? This thing, I don't think I've ever gone somewhere that I couldn't use this to break it. And I just got this rebuilt, I think last year. It was actually out of spec. One day I was using it, it felt kind of funny. Snap-on guy came around and I was like, yo dude, like, take this back, like, check it out. And he was like, all right, you know, obviously if nothing's wrong with it, you want it rebuilt, it's like 100 bucks or some shit like that. And I was like, all right, no problem. But it actually got covered under warranty because it was out of spec. Probably because I beat the shit out of it, but I'll take it. All right, so I've got 3/8 drive ratchet, awesome. Quarter drive that I actually, you can tell I use the shit a bunch, right? You would never think a little quarter drive ratchet would come in, or gun would come in so handy. This thing is awesome. I love it. Spring compressors, old school. I mean, you know, nothing fancy. I shouldn't say old school. So yeah, I got this little fancy creeper for my tools. This is essentially what it is. So like when I'm out there working, it's like, oh, I need to throw my ratchet on a tool thing, right? So when you're laying under the car, bam, everything's right there. Comes with a little base for a magnet, right? Which I'll show you right now. Came with a little light, which is awesome. Which is this guy. So this guy sits here, right? And you can pick it up, it's magnetized. But under the car, you can position this however you want and then turn it on, right? You double brightness. So you got your outside ring and then your inside ring, and it's pretty bright. Underneath the car, it's great. And that brings me to my little light station, which is all my lights. A couple Snap-on lights. What is it? Stanley light. This little Harbor Freight cheap bullshit that, hey, you can never have too many lights. Whatever. This little thing is pretty cool too. My pops got this for me. It's got little drawers in it. It's cool though now because actually I have enough space in my garage so that I can sit down and roll around, do brake job, whatever. I used to just sit on the floor because poor, but yeah, so that's this toolbox. We're gonna go outside and check that one out, and I'm gonna grab a light real quick. All right, and then turn the light on. Garage, it is on, and there we go. Grab the speaker, grab the light. Bam! There she is, all in her glory. There's Ames's car. Well, the other set of jack stands and the jack live in here. Truck's right there. Bam! Joe box, awesome toolbox. I'm gonna put this up here, and then we're gonna turn on the bed lights because she's got bed lights, which is pretty awesome. You may not see it though, because oh yeah, well you can kind of see them under here. She's got bed lights, but I'm gonna put this light on as well because you can never have too much light, right? So 4 drawers. This box doesn't happen to have the full length of the bed. I got about 1.5 feet, and this is a short bed truck. It's a crew cab, so it's 4 full doors, 5-foot bed. But let's start on this side. Right, so they got little locks. It's got diamond plate on top. It's got holes so that you can run a lock through them, right? Little latch so they don't open on you. Here's the drawer, fully extended, right? So I'll take the light. So here's my junk drawer. Essentially, it's got some Tillman welding gloves that I use for when I'm on, like, depending on what job site I need to have leather gloves on. Otherwise, I just pretty much use these if I'm wearing gloves. I really dislike gloves. I've got a couple cutoff wheels that actually don't use any purpose in there. A couple tapes, multimeter, what the hell is this? Back pressure sensor for something. Deutz connectors for cat. Caterpillar, that is. Set of thread checkers, right? Little magnet, because that's always fucking awesome. A razor and a little wire brush. That's pretty much it. Temp probe for something. Exhaust temperature probe again, right? So like I said, Tillman gloves, my company gloves, latex gloves, zip ties. This came out of like a little handheld shit toolbox. It just happened to fit in here. These are extra ratchet straps, because sometimes I take pallets of things, so gotta secure it somehow. These guys are the dividers, so you can set these to be 4 inches apart, and they go in 4-inch increments. Pretty awesome. I believe it's 4 inch. That's easy enough to check, right? Yeah, 4-inch, which is pretty awesome. So you can customize it, which you'll see in the other drawers. But that's the drawer all the way open. So yeah, that's number one, right? The only problem I have with this is, if you can notice, the piece of ply, 3/4 ply underneath this, is when I sit this directly on the bed of the truck, I can only open the drawers to about here because they would hit the tailgate, right? Or here, I don't remember exactly which point it was, but it didn't work. So I just needed to raise it that much, because then you can see here maybe there's only about an 1/8 inch at the tail end of the tailgate. So yeah. This guy's got a bunch of stuff in it. It's got screwdrivers, right? All my pliers, dikes, couple. Oh, ha, that's hilarious. Fucking A. I just saw something. The Papadakis Racing team, or something like that. He literally just was talking about these. If you're not using them in your toolbox, you should thread them all the way down so that they stay closed, because in the box they will rattle and then the screw will fall out, and guess what happened? Your vice grip screws just fell out. Too tight. There you go. So now that's that. I actually happened to do it with this one already, but you know, luck of the drawer. So dikes, wire cutters, crimpers, all my electrical connectors are in here. Power probe. I love this fucking thing. Oh, also, before I get to that, I put carpet in all these. This is just shit, you know, single ply carpet, and spray adhesive. Awesome, so they don't rattle, because that'll drive me nuts. But this, you know, power probe, love this fucking thing. I hate electrical work, and this thing is awesome. Yeah, and I hate electrical work just because. But yeah, you know, I have to do it. It's part of my job. I've got Deutz connectors in there that should be in there, but yeah, whatever. Here, got a bunch of stuff, random shit. Sockets, set of Snap-on sockets, Harbor Freight sockets, more Harbor Freight sockets, Harbor Freight ratchet, Matco, no, Snap-on. This is my older Snap-on one, yeah. Snap-on little 1/4 inch. A bunch of extensions, all different kinds. I got fucking bunch of them. Snap-on, again, another set of Snap-on impacts. Pittsburgh, 1/2 inch stuff. All the 1/2 inch stuff lives in here. 3/8 and 1/4 inch live in there. I did not buy a whole nother set of ratchets, right? Snap-on ratchets, which I love the way they feel because of the teeth, right? But I didn't buy another set because I can't afford it. That's ridiculous. I already have too many. So all this, long extensions live in here. You know, you got your 1.5 foot and the other 1/4 inch guy. Sledgehammer, little brass hammer for things that you don't want to mar up too bad. Like, it's pretty old. I don't know where this came from, but little body guy hammer, little old body guy hammer. Another ratchet in there, a machete for some reason. And then this guy's got all the wrenches. Right, so Husky, Snap-on, Pittsburgh, Craftsman. I got a gear wrench in here. I gotta say one thing, fucking Harbor Freight gear wrench bullshits, ratcheting wrenches, right? Garbage. I fucking hate them. The fucking gear sets fall out of them. stupid, but you know, whatever. Oh, the Husky ones I like actually because they are 2 sizes on each, so you don't have to carry around unless you need an open end, but you don't have to carry around a whole nother set, which obviously here is not the problem, but whatever. So yeah, so the double ratcheting ended wrenches I like. And then I got the big stuff because I work on equipment and stuff. 1.125". I think the biggest I got is 1.25". You know, very common 15/16, and I have that as well in that Husky big guy, right? Oh, 24 mil, 22 mil, 7/8, 15/16, right? Very common sizes for equipment and whatnot. I got some spray lube just in case, some pig mats because, you know, if you spill some oil or something. Set of really awesome, never used, but pretty awesome Thinsulate lineman gloves. Thanks, Chris. I'll link him in the description. That's my buddy with the 240 with RB in it that we pulled the motor in. That's where he got these for me. And then I got a pair of bolt cutters, foldable bolt cutters in there that actually really suck, but they're in there just in case. And that's it, man. But ladies and gents, so hopefully you like that. Oh, actually I brought this fuel line home so that I can fix that snowblower that you guys saw me working on. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for the toolbox in there. All right, let me go turn the bed light off. Carb cleaner because you can always use that. My plan is to clean all this shit up, and I'm gonna get a little tool cart, and that's gonna live right here. I'm gonna make a little table in this corner, I believe, so that if I need to work on something, if I'm working on something in the car, I can pull it off, work here. I'm gonna put a light up here at some point. And what I mean by work on something on the car, if I pull the diff out, I want to be able to work on it right here. The only thing is, I might make it about that high so I could shove the barrel under it. Yeah, but I don't know where I'm gonna make a tire rack. That was the other thing. I'm gonna build a tire rack. Probably put it to this wall. This is a solid concrete wall, but you know, I'll put it to this wall. So actually, I don't know where I'm gonna put it yet. It may go over there. It may go right here. Who the fuck knows? Whatever. Too much to think about at the moment, but yeah. So like I said, guys, that was my toolbox. I've got one more in my service truck. That's the toolbox itself is not mine, but I got a bunch of tools in there that are that stays in the service truck. Between myself, the company itself, and my boss, I think we've got a bunch of tools in there that make up a pretty good amount of things. So like, subscribe, comment if you want. Tell me I'm a tool for using Harbor Freight shit. I don't really care. Yeah, so that's really it. Till the next time, I'm really trying to think about some content. So take it easy, guys.